Alright YouTubers, I am finally on the road again. But as you can see, it is raining. And that's not good for any... Well, it is good. I actually got to the point where I like driving in the rain because it has been so ungodly hot. But in a couple of minutes I'll turn the camera around and I'll do a little ramble about what's going on. There's the rain. Alright, it is pouring. I'm looking at the GoPro screen and it looks like it can see better than I can. Alright, there you go for people who haven't seen rain in a while. I also figured I'll wait till the rain subsides a little bit because you probably wouldn't be able to hear me. If the rain is let down a little bit, and I'll try to talk loud over it. First, it feels a little weird. I haven't driven Eddie in a while. We'll start off Vinny. Vinny's doing fine, acting fine, but his numbers just seem to stay high. We've kept amping up his insulin dosage, and I was trying to hold off taking a trip to get him down and normal, but it's been a couple months, so decided to take a trip. Again, he's acting fine, and I'll just keep a good eye on him. Keep doing his insulin shots, which he cooperates pretty well with, considering. So as for this trip, as we all know, coronavirus, wear a mask. Done talking about it. If you don't want to, I don't want to hear from you. I would just like our lives to go back to normal-ish soon, and it seems like the mask is the way to go. But again, we're done. But my plan had been going east across the New England states and to Canada. Well, Canada's still closed. They don't want us around. So, and then that trip was going to be a lot of places I don't know very well, and yada yada. And it just seemed like in the age of coronavirus that it was gonna prove a little difficult to go to a brand new area. So, and with all the people buying RVs, and it is tough to find a place to go camping. So that said, I'm heading back to the UP. I'm probably not going to do a lot of videos because I've gone up there so much, but I really needed to get on a trip. I was antsy, and all this stuff is depressing, and I really needed to get out there. And since it proved it was going to be a little difficult to go to different areas, I thought it made sense for me to go to a place I know and to a place I like to kind of recharge my battery, because my battery light on life has been flashing a little bit. It's well, I'm sure it's similar for most people. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up to the UP. So today's plan, we can say that, is 400 and some miles, 8.5, 9 hours to the bridge today. So, and I've spoke to the place I want to go, and I should be okay. Fingers crossed. If necessary, I have a generator. and there are always other options. But see what happens. And it's hard to know, you know, I always say that I don't shower in my RV very much. Well, with all this stuff going on, I think there's a lot of people that might be like me that don't shower in it very much. You better be prepared to, because it's hard to tell if you're going to a campground what's going on with bathrooms and showers. So that's that, and I'm gonna keep driving. I'm gonna listen to Elf Boy chime in for no apparent reason, but for some reason I don't change the voice on it. I yell at it. But yeah, not minding this overcast. It had been, we'd set a record for days above 95 or something like that, and I put it off a couple days because my air conditioning does work, but it's an old van and it's not like a freezer. So I waited for today for this cooler day and a little chance of rain, which helps keep the temperatures down. So I'm gonna keep driving, and I'll add something to this. I'm 50 miles into the trip. I've already lost about 3 minutes on my estimated arrival time, because I have passed one person and many people have passed me. But I'm doing well. I got the cruise set on 65. Usually I stick to 62 to 63, but 65 and a 70. Eddie's driving pretty well. Like I said, it has been a while. Darn coronavirus. I was thinking of past trips, and I'd gone very far and back by this time of year on most trips. Kiki's still way in the back. Kiki! Minnie's on my lap, seems okay. Yeah, I know. And we're just plugging along. Just need some normal, and need some nice landscapes to look at. So figured I'd do the UP again. But I wanted to go to Canada. I wanted to go all the way to Prince Edward Island. But with all that's going on, I just figured I'd do this, and I know I'll enjoy myself. I hadn't planned on buying any London broils, because I like to grill up some London broils, because meat prices had just gone insane. And I went to the grocery just a couple days ago, and they were selling, I got it around $5 for a pound and a half, about 5 something. But they were $13 and $14 for that same cut not too long ago. So I was like, well, there won't be any London broils because I'm not paying that. And magically, they decided I must need to take a trip, and they dropped the prices down. So there are London broils in my future. All right, that's all I got for now. Well, there's really not much to see. This is what Ohio looks like on a hazy day. And this is what it looks like me getting past. Saying it's about 70. Just checked my phone. Much better than 90. Much better than 95. Closing in on Toledo. I'll think of something to ramble about. I've hit quite a bit of construction, but none of it too bad. No delays, just slows down a little bit. I might be crooked there, which will hurt me in the editing process. 110 miles in. Chugging along. We used to come up to Michigan all the time, and then I always remember this Pioneer Sugar silo on the right when I was a teenager. So yeah. So it's going to be interesting finding places to camp. Welcome to Findlay, Flag City, USA. I wish Vinny wasn't a diabetic. But he's doing well. Kiki's 110 miles and still in the back end of the RV under the bed. Sometimes she stays back there a little while. She'll come out, she'll get her coffee pot soon. It is good to be moving again, finally. And like I said, the bad side is so many people went out and bought RVs. That's gonna be tough finding places. But on the good side, the whole coronavirus thing, going camping is one of the safer things you can do. And I know a lot of people are talking about sports. More and more baseball players are coming down with it. I think the NBA might get their season in, but I'm not so sure about baseball. And I know college football, like the Big Ten has already said they're only playing conference games. And to be honest with you, I'll be surprised if that even happens. You know, and a lot of people say they're young, healthy athletes. Yeah, and I would be shocked if we find out any athletes that catch it, you know, pay the ultimate price and die from it. But that's not what this is about from the start. It's about passing it to people that won't do very well. So, we'll see. I love it when people say, put a mask on, I want to watch football this fall, you know? We'll see. There's some areas where it hasn't touched at all. The UP has almost no cases of it, very few. A handful of deaths, I believe. But the problem is, you know, summer comes up and everybody goes traveling, and you know, you could be asymptomatic and take it to somebody. That's the only part that worries me a little bit. I'm 99% sure I have not come in contact with it, and I'm not carrying it, but I don't know for sure. So when I get around people, I'll put a mask on. It gonna hurt me. Alright, that's probably enough for this video. I really don't like talking about the COVID thing because it just makes everybody mad. But it's a real thing going on in our world, you know. In the bigger picture, it's a little bit more important than some silly camping trip, you know. So everybody out there, please stay safe. Keep those you care about safe. And have a great and wonderful day.